Hello, hello, hello. My name is Taryn Hamilton. I blog about the business of beauty. And it is time. Haven't done this much lately because I just really don't wear makeup like that. But I put some on today. I had a good reason to. We ain't gonna get into all that. But it's now time to take it off. Okay, it's time to take my face off. I'm getting my nighttime collagen in my tea, and I'm steaming because I was out in public today and germs, and I ain't trying to catch that thing. I don't want that thing. So we're gonna get these nasal passages steamed in. The collagen is gonna help me sleep. That's one of the benefits of collagen. I'm putting it right into my tea. You can see it in my tea, and I'm gonna stir it up, and we're going to sip and chat. I don't even know what we're gonna talk about. What y'all want to talk about? What do y'all want to talk about? I had a good day. It was a productive day. Very, very productive day. I started at 5 something this morning. I actually woke up at 3 something, of course, and tried to go back to sleep. So I was scrolling and watching. And so, I don't know, around 5:30, I decided to get up and make breakfast. So I got up, I made breakfast, and then I was up. I did some work, a lot of work, and what was it like? I think I went live at noon. Today across many platforms. Right now I'm just on TikTok and Instagram. So, because Facebook, you can't go live too much on Facebook because people start unfollowing you and all other kind of stuff. So we won't go live there again until later. We'll put this recording over there a little bit later. So what y'all drinking tonight? Cheers. We got some tea. This is a Greek tea, Greek oregano tea. It's got thyme, it's got sage in there. And it's days like today when I do not want to take the face off because the face is popping. And I recorded bits and pieces of it, but there's no live or anything. But it's the glow for me. I'm loving the glow. I love this tea. I made it and I mixed it with a peach infused tea that I made. No caffeine because it was just all fruit and spices that I made like 2 weeks ago and had some left over early last week, and I made a pot of this like I did today. I make it like a concentrate, and then I will add water to it and warm it up throughout the week, and that's good. I probably need to make some more celery juice before the celery goes bad. So we got steam. Hitting in all directions. So, I'll probably start taking a wipe to this face because the creamy cleanser is a 3-in-1 and it does remove makeup. The problem is I just don't want the makeup in my towel. I have a towel that I did that to on Saturday, and I just don't want I wear very pigmented, pigmented makeup, and darker makeup, obviously. So I don't want that in my towel. But I'm gonna just sit here and sip on my tea a little bit more and talk to you because this makeup. Oh my God, the makeup and the skin. If there were a few things I would definitely recommend that you do for your skin, it is to collagen daily, marine collagen, good marine collagen. It's also got bovine collagen in there, ethically sourced. We know exactly where it comes from. What else? Steam and exfoliate, steam, and then the clinical grade skincare. Lots of green leafy vegetables, lots of fruits, and just hydration. there is a such thing as overhydrating, both the skin and you know, like the body and that, but it takes an immense amount of water. And most of us ain't got to worry about that because 75% of Americans are chronically dehydrated, you feel me? So most of us just really ain't even got to worry about that. You'll know something is wrong though if it happens, but most of us ain't even got to worry about that. I also take a hydration multiplier several times throughout the week when I can feel and know that I need a little bit more hydration. It's going to hydrate 3 times as much. It's also going to give energy with 3 different B vitamins. Is it 3 or 4 different B vitamins? It's got the hyaluronic acid in there. The collagen also has hyaluronic acid built into it. And so, you know, we're getting close to my 49th birthday, which means we're getting close to 50. And look at the skin. Like, it's pretty incredible. I'm pretty proud of it. And I do have some great DNA. I mean, I've got some, I was at my mom's this weekend. I've got some, my dad's side too. I've got great DNA coming at me from both sides of my family. So, you know, I want to build and capitalize off of that as much as I can, as often as I can, and for as long as I can. And that's one of the things I like to explain to people. You don't wait until you see the visible signs of aging to start taking care of your skin. There are people that I went to school with who also have DNA on their side. But, you know, we are the most medicated. We are, what else about us? We're very medicated. A lot of people have done all kinds of drugs. While I might not have done drugs, I have had my share of the alcohols, okay? I have no shame in that. I mean, I'm transparent. We're all the same. And the stress, I think we're probably the most stressed we've ever been in our life. In history, you know, one of the most stressed, I'm not going to claim the most stressed generation because there are plenty of people out there trying to do that, and, you know, in the alphabet generations and that. But, I guess I am too, X. But, you know, there's just a lot of stress coming at us from so many different directions, right? And so all of that and the lack of sleep, and that's part of why we're medicated and on anti-anxiety and antidepressants and ADHD meds and all other kinds of things. And this is not any slight, because I'm a big advocate for mental health, getting proper help and assistance with mental health. You know, my view is we don't shame people for having a cold. We shouldn't shame them when their mental health may be, you know, a little out of balance, or, you know, there might be some illness, you know, temporarily or longevity or for a lifetime. So, all of that plays a big role in our skin and the aging process, not to mention all the environmental stuff, all the environment and the toxins and the free radicals and the chemicals, and you just name it. Plus our food is not as nutrient dense as it used to be. All of these things play a role. So where, yes, I have melanin, and yes, I have DNA on my side, I still choose to get up every day and take care of my skin, right? You do not wait until you have the visible signs of aging to take care of your skin, because now you're looking at reversing. The goal for me is to stay in prevention mode as long as possible. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some things, like I've been able to really work magic almost, with the skincare on my dark under eye bags and circles. So it's been pretty incredible that way. But I can only imagine if I'd waited until now, you know, if I'd waited until now to start addressing those dark under eye circles, it would look, I wouldn't be sitting here looking at you and wait till I take the makeup off. If you see my before and after, go and look at it. It's everywhere. And if you want, DM me, I will send it to you personally. The before and after is incredible. You know, people are constantly talking to me about it because they're just blown away, right? So, I guess I'm going to start taking this makeup soon in any second here, right? So it's November. I saw my first house today that already has their Christmas decorations outside. Like, I don't even think they had Halloween decorations out, but they definitely had a big Christmas display. I am actually going to And I actually just have a lot of color on my cheeks. That's the main place. Like I said, this cleanser will definitely get it off. I'm doing this though just so that I get as little in my towel as possible, but I'm still going to let the cleanser soak on, break everything up, and do its thing, because you can see the wipes, I mean, they're helping get like that top section off, but there's still some more work to do. So we're gonna go ahead and rub this in. It's a creamy cleanser. It's not gonna strip your skin. It's got clinical grade ingredients made in a pharmaceutical lab, but yet it's still very, very affordable. And the one thing is I continue to be impressed with the fact that it's still improving my skin nearly 3 years later. I talked about that on a recent live. I've been going live a lot recently again, which is good. I just don't remember where I talked about it. So it's there somewhere, but yeah, my before and afters, because I keep using the same before, because I think that's just consistency, right? So I keep using the same before, and it just, you know, the after just keeps getting better and better and better. So I've started to do like even a not a three-way, but you know, a trifold of like the before, middle, and where I am now, because it's just to see the progress is incredible to me. I'm just continue to be massively impressed and amazed and all that stuff. So we got a towel here. Oh, that's wet. Gotta let it cool off a little bit, because I'm gonna need to wring that out, because that is wet. That's wet, wet. And you can see the steam coming out of there. See that steam? Because it was in the towel warmer. I got 2 steamers here. One I use for the towel warmer, because it has a built-in towel warmer where I can fit 2, maybe 3 towels in there if I want. And then I've got the other steamer that I just like better for the face. I feel like it gives me a lot more steam. So I love to use the steamer with this really hydrating moisturizer, because oh my God, that's still hot. It just gives the skin that wet from the inside. I totally look like that meme. I did a series of memes with makeup last year, and this was like, who's that? The Punisher guy, or I think the Punisher guy that has all like the mascara and the eyeliner under his eye. That's how I'm looking right now, and it's just mascara. It's not even eyeliner. I didn't put on mascara today. I mean eyeliner today. I just did the mascara. Ooh, that's hot. So I got that extra water out. I'm still gonna just kind of shake it a little bit. Let it cool down. Because you don't want it on your face when it's too hot either. That's not good. But I like it to be warm. It just doesn't just like get it warm. I mean, it goes from like warm to really, oh yes. And we push that in. Let's see, do we see my face print? Yeah, we do. There's my face print. And so that's what the cleanser does, right? You let it sit, because you can actually, the third function is you can wear it as an emollient mask, which means it's gonna soften the skin. And so I like to let it sit, even if I'm not steaming and wearing it as a mask, I like to let it sit for a good 30 to 60 seconds, just to really break the makeup up and penetrate those top layers of skin. And it's hydrating, it's conditioning, and it's really powerful enough to remove makeup, but it's still going to very gently condition the skin, and it's good for all skin types because it's creamy, it's made to European standard, no harsh toxins, no harsh chemicals, and yet it's still going to condition the skin. And I mean, look at all that came up. Really make sure I get that eye makeup off. Then I like to take the back side and just make sure I've got everything. Let's see, there's a little bit more under the chin. Okay. So there's that. spritz the face just a little bit, because I am now going to use a pre-moistened. I make these myself. It's got the toner on here, this little disc, and we're just going to rub that over the face. It's nice and cooling. I just keep it here in this little clear container, and it's not too hot in here in where I keep it or any of my skincare. Nice temperature, and so it's nice and cooling and refreshing. Oh, it feels good. Trash can right there, so get that in there, and time for some more tea. I got something running in my eye. And the toner is not like most toners. It is not to bring your skin's pH balance back into normal. The reason we use the toner is it is a 3-function. It is going to detox, it is going to clarify, and it is going to brighten. And if you have any questions on this skincare, you can always DM me over on Instagram or Facebook. Private message me, and I'd be more than happy to send you the link to the skincare quiz that I've created. It's very quick and easy, and then I can get you some recommendations based on the answers that you give me, keeping in mind I am not an esthetician, I am not a doctor, I am not a makeup artist, I am just somebody who knows the product and can match you to the product based on what the stated ingredients are stated and clinically studied to do. And if you have very, very sensitive skin, I do have, for a nominal fee, samples available only for people with very, very sensitive skin on a very limited and as needed basis. And so now we are going into the serum. The serum is one of my, it's all one of my favorite products. I mean, I'm not even going to kid you. The serum is incredible. It has a crystal in there, malachite, that has been used by the Egyptians. It's very detoxing. It's going to help with glutathione production, which is going to help detox the skin. And it is also very firming and going to assist with hyperpigmentation, which is why one of the reasons my under eyes look so good. Like, look at my skin. Like, no makeup, no filter. That's just me, you know? So we need to let that sit for a good 60 seconds to absorb in the skin, because your serum, a lot of people think moisturizer replaces serum. It does not. What serum does is it's thicker than an essence. So an essence would go first, and then a serum if you're really into Korean skincare and multi steps of skincare like I am. And so it is like a nutrient pack for your face. It's really, really thin, so has a smaller molecular size, so it's gonna penetrate the deeper layers of the skin and really treat. And that's why, you know, the malachite with, you know, which helps stimulate glutathione production or something like that. I mean, we can look at the boutique together and see what it says about that. I know it says something about glutathione and detoxing and all this other stuff, but malachite is known as the Botox of crystals. Not my words, what I found online, okay? So sometimes I facial roll. I ice rolled earlier. That's another thing I definitely recommend, because it really helps tone the face. I know there are estheticians and doctors and dermatologists who will say that they just don't see much value in that or the face yoga, yet I do. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, okay? I know some people only do the eye cream once a day. That's great. But if your under eyes looked like mine did, and I don't want them to revert to that, because this is not permanent. This is, you know, a commitment. Skincare is a commitment, not a miracle, okay? and my results are not normal, but that's because I'm not normal and I use the product pretty religiously and regularly and consistently, which I guess is another way of saying religiously, okay? So you get the eye cream on there. So I know some people only use it once a day. I use it twice a day, sometimes 3, depending. Depending on what I'm doing. If I'm taking off makeup, putting it back on, taking off makeup and putting it back on, things like that. And what was I going to say? So I use it twice a day, typically twice a day. I also will use it after doing the wearing the eye masks as well. And now we're going to go into my favorite product, which is the Dream Look Sleep Mask, which is a really high-powered a night cream. So if you have any questions about these products, again, you can DM me, you can comment below. The best places to DM me are on Instagram, and the link is on TikTok for that, or Facebook are the best places to message me. So getting everything wound down here. We've got the night cream on. Next we're going to go into the oil. Bonuses were announced today. I'm super excited about these holiday bonuses. So if you're looking to make some extra money, especially during these holiday season where, you know, I was at a rally today and they talked about how much everything is so much more expensive, you know. We're not going to get politics. We're not going to get into why and blaming and that. But what I am going to say is that it's undeniably more expensive. And while inflation can be slowed down, right, it doesn't mean that the prices are going to go back down. The price is yesterday's price is not today's price, as Fat Joe said. You know what I mean? So yeah, we want to. I did my lips earlier with the lip scrubs. I'm just gonna put on some lip mask. So you know, for most people, the money you're making today, even with some of the biggest raises in history, are simply still not enough to keep your lifestyle that you had last year. Not even improve your lifestyle, but maintain the lifestyle that you had last year. So you can earn up to 40% commission on your customers' orders and even your own. There's a way to do that. You can earn on mentoring and coaching a team if you choose to. You're not required to do that. There's so many different bonuses. That $1,000 holiday bonus can be turned into 26 with your fast start. That's why it's really crucial, if you're at all thinking about this, that you contact me and we get started today. No pressure, just being transparent, just in the spirit of transparency. You know, some people can move that fast that, you know, they could decide to do it next week and max out the money. But for a lot of people, you know, to make the most of this bonus, you want to get partnered up and as quickly as possible. There are incentive trips. I earned the trip to Cancun last year, the Dominican Republic, which is in a couple days. And, you know, it's just a lot of personal growth and development. I love when y'all get in my inbox and they're like, I can see your growth. I can see, you know, I remember what it was like when you first started this, and to see you now, it just makes me smile. That people literally say things like that. And sometimes I, you know, take the screenshots and put them in my stories and even on reels, the nice things that people say, because it really is a personal growth and development journey. Like, you literally have to become the person that can make this kind of thing successful. And even with over 20 years of sales and marketing experience, leadership experience, very strong leadership experience, back when I started online affiliate marketing, network marketing, direct sales in 2013, I still had a lot of growing to do. For example, there was no Facebook when I got my undergraduate, even my master's degree. So I had to learn the whole online internet and digital marketing. But beyond that, there were things that I had to take care of in here and in here in order to, you know, really fund and capitalize my business and then take it to various levels. And, you know, my business has been pretty consistent for over 2 years now. And I think I worked through some things this summer that are going to help me take it to the next level now. And that includes even shedding some people. But, you know, like I said, there were things that had to happen in here and in here. And when I say up here, I don't mean the knowledge, because your girl got the marketing knowledge. She got the marketing skill set. I'm one of the coldest in the game, right? But when I say that, I mean belief, issues of worthiness, things that I never would have addressed likely had I not been forced to deal with it to take my business to the next level. And don't get me wrong, that happened in corporate America too. It's just a completely different level when you don't have a boss kind of forcing you to, or nudging you to, or however they choose to coach, guide, and mentor you to the next level, because the next level is really and truly always up to us. And so, you know, I always tell people, if you work with me, I'm not your boss. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to tell you what I know works. And because it has worked for me doesn't mean that it's guaranteed to work for you. But what it can be, what it is a blueprint. It's a foundation for you to take it and turn it into what is going to work for you, to trial and error it, to figure it out and make it work for you, because it works. It doesn't just work for me. There are people who've come on and joined the team and have replicated, and pretty well, you know what I mean? And it's wonderful to see. It's very validating. So I say I'm looking for 12 to 15 people to really help get to the first level in their business, and then they help them teach other people to do the same, right? If that's what they choose to do. If not, they just have to keep reinventing how they're going to keep generating more and more customers. And it's completely doable. It's absolutely doable. Because like I said, I know the marketing piece. You know, I can tell you how to build a following, a qualified, a quality following, right? I can tell you how to generate leads. I can teach you how to generate leads. I can teach you how to email those leads. I can teach you how to convert those leads, right? I can teach you that, because those things I know, and I know very well. I've learned from some of the best, right? And not only did I learn, I applied what I learned, right? Because there are a lot of people who started learning with me, but they haven't applied, for whatever reason, they haven't applied the knowledge, right? So even if you don't want to build a team, I can still assist you in getting in. And hey, if you don't like me, you don't like my system, you get in and you're like, there's other systems that you can still get plugged into, because that's just the way it works. Everybody kind of has a centralized system that the company provides, right? I just have my way. I know what I'm doing. So and it works, and it works consistently, because not a lot of people can say that they've done what I've done in over 2 years, which is, you know, maintain leadership rank consistently, very, very consistently, more consistent than most, because most people hit these ranks and they never see them again. So, and the higher the rank, the more unlikely they are to see them again. They actually saw that rank maybe once. And so that's been an excuse for me though, for not hitting next ranks, because like, I don't want to just hit it. I want to hit it and maintain it, which is true. But now I'm really looking to build the army to make it happen, and not just build it for my own self-serving needs, but because I raised 2 children and was financially responsible for them